Welcome everyone, my name is Jacob. Thank you for joining me. The Backcountry freeze-dried dehydrated meal product category has grown significantly over the past few years, and my guess is that it will continue to grow and evolve, and you'll continue to see more and more companies sort of cater or market to hunters and their backcountry adventures. Behind me, you see some familiar names, probably. And what I wanted to do was cast a really wide net. This is not a new product category. There's been hikers and campers for a long, long time, and certainly folks like us that hunt in the backcountry. And so I wanted to cast a wide net and look at as many companies with in some of their products as I could, and then sort of cut through some of the noise and try to identify where value and performance intersect within this category. Now, what that value and performance might look to me might be different than it would be to you. And certainly, I could have purchased 20 different meals and tried them here and give you my opinion, but I feel like those are very subjective because my palate is probably quite different than yours. You may prefer spicy foods. You may be vegan or vegetarian or paleo or prefer keto, and it might be different, of course, than what I would like, or even if I prepare it wrong. So what I felt like the most objective thing to do was to, of course, put this data on a spreadsheet. I picked one meal per company. I put some information about the company on this sheet about sort of their approach to meals in terms of if it's keto or paleo or vegan or vegetarian or what have you. I put the number of dinner entrees that they offer. I didn't include desserts or breakfast or anything like that. And then I break the meals that I've chosen down by, of course, price, cost per ounce, calories per ounce, protein per ounce, carbs per ounce, sugar, sodium, and then also look at some sort of hidden gems in the category that you may want to check out yourself. So what I'd like to do is encourage you to download the spreadsheet, of course. If you go to my Instagram page, in my profile, there's a link tree. You just click on that. You'll be able to download this spreadsheet. And I have other spreadsheets and other resources there for you as well, also for free that you can download and take a look at. But what I'm going to do is sort of go worst and best in certain categories. I certainly can't cover all 20 companies and all 20 of the products that I put on this spreadsheet. So you'll find again all of that there. But what I would like to share with you is some of the worst and the best in different categories. So here we go. From a worst cost per ounce, Next Mile Meals comes in at number one. And I chose the beef marinara, and this is 4.44 ounces. $4.44 per ounce. Essentially, you're paying $16 for 3.6 ounces of food. So that was really at the most expensive end. Now, Next Mile Meals focuses on ketogenic meals. So if you really want ketogenic, if you go with this company, you're going to pay a little bit more, it seems like, at least for this particular meal. Number two, in terms of the worst cost per ounce, was Wild Zora, the Summit Smoky Chicken. Summit Savory Chicken. You're paying $4.33 an ounce. It's $13 for 3 ounces of food. This is a company that has paleo and then AIP elimination, which I think is a particular type of diet. Number three is Nomad Nutrition. This is the Kathmandu curry. You're paying $4.25 an ounce. It's essentially $17 for the packaging, and it's 4 ounces of food. And that Nomad Nutrition focuses on vegan meals. And then number four, I included this one, Heather's Choice. Very popular, love their food, great company, but you're paying $4 an ounce. It's for $16, you're getting 4 ounces of food. And so it's on the high end if you choose to buy a meal. Like I have this as the beef spaghetti from Heather's Choice. Now, from a best cost per ounce, Peak Refuel. I was really surprised. Again, I have 20 companies here, and Peak Refuel, a company that really does target the hunting community. The beef pasta marinara, it's $14. You get 6.35 ounces. And what's interesting is with Peak Refuel is while they are not the cheapest per ounce in terms of cost per ounce, the reason why I put them at number one is that when you look at the calories per ounce, they came in at number one with 163.78 calories per ounce. So you're really getting a lot of value with the Peak Refuel if that's something that you're looking for exclusively. Base Camp comes in at number two. I got the chicken and rice with barbecue sauce. This is technically the number one in terms of cost per ounce. It's $1.85 an ounce. You pay $12, you get 6.5 ounces of food, and I was really impressed by the value there. There is a lot of sugar in that meal. I don't know if there's a lot of sugar in their other meals, but I did notice that there was a high amount of sugar, but I guess that would be explained by the barbecue sauce. Trailtopia comes in at number three with the pesto chicken pasta. You're paying $1.91 per ounce. This for $6.49, you're getting 3.4 ounces of food. So the packaging is rather small. It's one of those things where it really is a single serving. You may want to buy two if you're planning on eating that for dinner. But still a great value per ounce. And let's look at the worst in terms of sodium. Now, sodium obviously is good for water retention, but I mean, when you consume too much, and I believe it's 2,300 milligrams per day is the daily limit. It can increase your blood pressure, can cause headaches, puffiness, swelling. So it's not perfect, and it could probably leave you feeling crummy too. So a lot of these dehydrated meals or freeze-dried meals have sodium in them, and it's for taste purposes and maybe preservation as well. But when you get on the upper end of some of these numbers, it's a little much. And so the worst offenders in terms of sodium were Alpine Air, coming in at 1,840 milligrams of sodium. Now, I just looked at the absolute number here. I didn't do per ounce, but you're getting a 4.87 ounce package of food, and it's by and far has the most sodium. Now, these meals are sold through REI, and I don't know if I would go down that road. It seems like a little much. Number two, Next Mile Meals, 1,400 milligrams of sodium. I talked about them earlier in terms of the worst cost per ounce. They put a lot of sodium in their food. And so unfortunately, Next Mile Meals, I mean, that's a 3.5 ounce package. So a smaller package and a lot of sodium with that meal. And number three is number three is Mountain House. Mountain House I had the chicken fajita bowl, and that comes in at 1,308 milligrams of sodium. And then Backpacker's Pantry had the risotto with chicken, and that comes in at 1,350 milligrams of sodium. And so, there's a lot of other meals that come in closer to 500, 600, 700 milligrams of sodium. And I think, that's an acceptable amount considering the fact that, this is dehydrated or freeze-dried or what have you. So from a high protein standpoint, for those of you that are really focused on high protein diets, I don't know if that's the best recovery meal for an endurance sport such as mountain hunting, if you're hunting elk or mule deer or whatever. I don't know if a high protein meal is, but I wanted to share it anyways because I know a lot of folks focus on that. Right on Track meals, I had the cauliflower chicken risotto, 12.46 grams of protein per ounce. This is Next Mile Meal. Now, of course, this meal had a lot of sodium and it was expensive, but the Next Mile Meal beef marinara comes in with 12 grams of protein per ounce. And then Wild Zora comes in that meal. That was the Summit Savory Chicken. Of course, it was expensive, but it also comes in with a lot of protein at 9.67 milligrams, grams, I'm sorry, per ounce of protein. Now for a few hidden gems to sort of wrap this up. I think one of the hidden gems is Alpine Ranch. Now, Alpine Ranch focuses on farm to mountain meals, and they have a bison bolognese. It's $19 for 5 ounces. It's not cheap, but the calories per ounce were the highest of any of the meals. So per ounce, you're getting more calories out of that meal than any other meal that was listed here. And I just that really stood out to me. It seems to be something that I would check out. And the other piece of it is that it has a very strong carb to protein ratio. There's some data that suggests that you want, for every 2 proteins, you want 3 carbs. So you really want sort of a 2/3 mix of protein to carb. You want more carbs because in an endurance sport like elk hunting or mountain hunting or whatever, you want carbs to help you recover. And so that was one of the reasons why I like that meal. I would say Base Camp and Gastronome are both sort of right in the middle in terms of their offerings. Of course, Base Camp came in with their meal at a very good cost per ounce. They have 5 dinner entrees, it looks like. Gastronome has 6. And Base Camp really focuses on premium ingredients with bigger portions. And then Gastronome is tasty, packable gourmet flavors. And I will tell you that Gastronome, I don't know if it's for everybody because it truly is gourmet, and some of that stuff didn't necessarily appeal to me. But I think it would be one to check out if you're interested in shopping around. But there are many, many more listed here on this spreadsheet. Please check it out. And please like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. I certainly appreciate your time. Best of luck this hunting season. All the best. Bye-bye.